Marie, definitely not an easy day for any of them involved in this 4-year process trying to find justice. Justice they say they now have. Jimmy Spencer headed to Alabama's death row. He told me he's sorry. The victims' families don't buy it.
And I look into your eyes and I don't see nothing. I don't see no soul.
After sitting silently as prosecutors laid out the horrific details of these murders during a 2-week trial, 3 families finally given the opportunity to speak directly to the man responsible for robbing them of those innocent victims.
I hope it's slow. I hope you have to suffer every day that you live from now to the time you die.
Junior Kitchens lost his sister Marie Martin and Colton Lee. He sat through every agonizing minute of witness testimony about how Spencer systematically terrorized his victims on Mulberry Street.
And I think that the pardon and parole, every time they parole somebody, they ought to have to look at Colton and Marie and Martha's pictures of what this man done, and they'd see what these criminals that they turn back out on the street will do.
Despite Spencer's confession and eventually agreeing to help investigators, the victims' families say they don't believe he's shown any real remorse for his horrific crimes.
I seen him when he sat back in his chair and they read the verdict, and he chuckled about it.
Anything you want to say to the community, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm just sorry about what happened. I wish I'd change everything. If I could go back and change everything, I would, but I can't.
All of these victims' family members who spoke had one common feeling, that even this punishment isn't enough for a man they called a monster, who they hope burns in hell.
And it breaks my heart to know what they had to go through and what you put them through.
Jimmy Spencer's appeal begins immediately. That is part of this process. He's headed to Alabama Department of Corrections custody, where he will be on death row as that part of this twisted tale continues. As for the sentencing here today, the long-serving judge who handed that death sentence down, telling Jimmy Spencer that in all his years, if anyone that he's ever sentenced to a death sentence deserved one, it was Jimmy Spencer. Reporting live in Gunnersville, Matt Kroschel, Way 31 News.